Meet the secret dealers. Their mission, to make money.
I'll have a go at it. If it's there and I think I can get a profit on it, I'll definitely be the man to buy it.
I'm not your typical female dealer. I work a lot with the lads, so you could say I'm one of the boys.
I love things that last.
They're going to be let loose in 2 ordinary homes to make secret cash bids on everything they want to buy.
I come here to buy, and I want to spend money.
No idea what to pay, but I intend to go home with her.
On offer, thousands of pounds of their own money.
£2,000.
No.
But that's going to be a battle act.
Who knows who will win?
Will the homeowners be tempted to cash in or not?
5,400.
Our dealers are in for a bonanza in the first house. It belongs to obsessive collector Penny, who has crammed it full of a glittering array of spectacular antiques. But now Penny wants to raise some money to go to Wimbledon to see her other great love.
I adore Roger Federer. His tennis is the most beautiful tennis I've ever seen. He's just fabulous. And if I haven't got the funds, I'm afraid I can't go.
However, Penny has a real personal attachment to many of her antiques, including a vast collection of lustres, which she started buying when she lost her son.
They're just so beautiful in the sunshine. They throw rainbows everywhere. And the rainbows remind me of my son. He always used to love rainbows. And to me, he comes back as a rainbow. But yes, I would part with them because they're, you need to move on.
A lustre is really just an elaborate Victorian candlestick. The large glass droplets hanging down throw patterns of light all over the room. As well as the lustres, Penny has some expensive pieces of jewellery, including this opal and 14-carat gold necklace, which was specially made for her. Loaded with cash and ready to buy are secret dealers David, Alison and Tim. They know nothing about the house or who lives there and have just 1 hour to make secret bids on the items they want while Penny is away.
Oh, look at this. Oh. Look at this, chaps. This
A house full of bits and pieces. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Look at all these lustres. This is very exciting.
Witch's ball there. That's a reproduction witch's ball, but a witch's ball is to ward off the evil eye. So they obviously know that Alison Chapman's in the building.
I think it'll be you getting the evil eye of Alison if you keep talking like that, Tim.
I'm closing the door.
In the bathroom, Alison has loftier ambitions.
Get in the bath and reach for her.
Yeah, but possibly you should have taken the plug out first.
There's water in the bath still. My foot's all wet now.
Jumping in with both feet downstairs are David and Tim, who are lusting over the lustres.
I think I'll leave her of enamel.
But there's one pair in particular that have caught Tim's eye.
As for those,
You could be here all day.
well, they're nice, aren't they?
They're fantastic.
Would you not fancy a pair of lustres?
I fancy all of them.
As usual, it seems that the one he really fancies are the pair that Tim has already bid on.
They're pretty little ones, aren't they? I like those.
With Tim and David both dazzled by the same pieces, there could be some fierce competition here. Left on her own for the moment, Alison has not only found the jewellery, she also thinks she's found a soulmate.
I think the person that lives here would be someone who's quite spiritual, to be honest. I mean, who has loads of fairies and... I mean, look at the mermaids hanging off the chandelier. I know instinctively I'd like her, because I could imagine living here quite easily.
Alison is always prepared to splash the cash when she finds things she really likes. So, the boys will have some stiff competition. So far, they're spoilt for choice downstairs.
There we go.
The bids are accumulating thick and fast, and Tim has been drawn to Penny's grandfather clock.
Which would date from about 1800, 1810. 2 chimes, pendulum, nice working order, nice painted dial. So I'm going to leave a bid on it. So put that there. Alison!
Come and join me, Tim, on the bed.
Cushions. I could see you in a bedroom like this, Alison.
I said I could live in here.
Is this a half test?
They might be sweetness and light right now, but put these two jewellery dealers in a room together and sparks soon begin to fly. Setting things off is an 18-carat gold ring set with a triangular cut diamond.
Look at this ring.
Oh, is it a diamond?
You're a jeweller.
Well, I can't
What do you
see
mean,
from
is it a
there.
diamond?
It's subdued lighting.
No, it's glass.
Well, have you
it's
got a
just
diamond
glass.
tester with you?
I've got
It is
an
a
eyeglass.
Let me have a look.
No.
Oh, yeah. Do you like it, Alison?
No, they're very hard to sell. I can remember the name of the cut. Is it a millennium cut? Triangular diamonds. They stick around forever because they don't dance.
You're bidding on it, though, aren't you? You see, you can't kid a kidder.
But I reckon she'd have paid quite a bit of money for that, don't you?
Well, it's certainly one big diamond. Now David knows a thing or two about clocks,
There it is.
and he'll pay top money for a nice one in good condition.
Good oak and mahogany case, nice painted face with an arched dial, phases of the moon, with that nice swan neck pediment at the top. Nice. I see a bid's been made already.
In this case, though, he's up against Tim, who does have a tendency to get carried away.
Oh,
He's on the bed with Alison and has picked up a gold necklace with a large opal pendant that she seems to have overlooked.
feeling flummoxed.
Don't feel flummoxed.
What are you doing with
Never
that?
you mind
Where's
what
that?
I'm doing.
Where'd you get that from?
Never you mind.
Is that an opal? Can I have that, please?
See the aggression there. Pent up aggression.
No, I haven't got pent up aggression. Now you're upsetting me now.
And you don't want to upset Alison, Tim. She's a dealer who will always get her revenge on you.
I think that is what's called a menage a trois.
Right, where's the gold?
It's here, David.
Look at this. I'm told there's only 15 minutes left.
Better get stuck in then, David.
Come and join us, David. I'm going to leave you now.
Well, with time running out, seems that Tim's had enough, but can anything tempt Alison off that bed?
Look to the drawer.
I'm going to put that under that.
Alison, there's a young man next door for you.
Who?
Roger Federer.
The tennis player!
Tennis player.
Oh my God!
Come on.
She's off to play tennis, and maybe now I can look at the jewellery.
He has the hair. That is the look.
Personally, I think that's where the similarity stops. Anyway, with only 5 minutes left, it's all still to play for.
I want to bid on that. It's German or Austrian.
Having taken her eye off the ball, Alison finally makes it downstairs, is looking to serve an ace with a 1950s Bisque figure the boys have all missed.
I love her.
Bisque is an unglazed ceramic fired at a high temperature and is much harder than china.
She's lovely.
Well, sneaky Alison isn't going to get it all her own way today. David spotted her card and clocked the figure.
It's Bavarian, and I think she's just rather sweet. Seems to be in okay condition.
And it looks like David's got an audience. But Tim better be quick. Time's up, and that's a hat trick of bids on the Bisque nude. We could have a battle on our hands later. Coming up, tensions bubble over with the dealers.
Well, you've done your worst. I won't forget this.
And there's some big cash offers on the table.
I'm absolutely speechless.
The secret dealers have had a field day rummaging through Penny's house.
Full of stuff. You couldn't call these people minimalists.
They found some fabulous items.
If I could have shoved it all in the box, stuck it under my arm, and ran out the room with it, I would have done.
But with two red-hot jewellery experts, there's going to be some tough battles ahead.
It's daggers drawn with me and Alison.
Making sure they behave themselves will be the independent valuer. But only Penny will know what he thinks.
So they've got a fight on their hands because I won't let these things go lightly.
If you sell everything that we have bid on today in the house,
Yes.
that's what you'll get.
OK. Good God.
Good heavens.
I know. 13,394. Look, I'm shaking.
It's all right.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted, I really am.
First up, it's that 1950s bisque nude figure that all three dealers have bid on. But who wants it the most?
Spotted her as soon as I walked in the door. Want her, no idea what to pay, but I intend to go home with her.
There's a bit of competition then. Who knows who will win? Fingers crossed it's me.
I saw her on the shelf and I fell in love with her straight away. I know she's Bisque, but can you tell me any more about her?
Not a great deal. I thought she was German. It's just such a flowing form, very 30s.
I think she's sort of 1950s.
Oh, right.
As
I'd go with
opposed
that.
to
That's a
sort
bit
of
later.
30s,
Okay.
40s.
Yes. Looking at her thoroughly, she survived.
Yeah.
These things don't. They get little chips and nicks, and that's why I want it.
And that was why, even though I don't know actually how much she's worth, I want it.
And I want it too.
Oh.
So, I don't know where I am. 130?
82.
Oh, David.
65.
Dear me. Let's see what the independent valuer says.
That's an incredibly strong bid from Alison, but Penny knows David and Tim are keen on this piece as well. Can she start a bidding war between them?
How much in love with her are you?
I'm quite keen. Quite keen. Don't look at me like that.
Are you, Timothy?
Yes, I am.
You're very keen, are you?
I'm very keen, yeah.
Good to hear
So
it.
I am going to go up to where Alison is and add a fiver to it. So 135.
Well, I'm going to step back from this little fight.
My offer on this piece is £175.
Wow. Tim?
She is letting her heart rule her head, but £180.
Well, you've done your worst. I won't forget this. It's yours, Tim.
Thank you very much. Are you accepting that offer, Penny?
Yes, thank you very much.
Can I have a look at that? Does it say it?
80 to 120.
So you've got a good deal there.
I have.
A great result for Penny, but not so great for Alison.
I was gutted about the figure,
I just had to creep in with a fiver just to say it, right? Sell it to me.
and I shall bear it in mind when we come head to head over another piece. I'll have my day.
Well, it won't be on this next item. A pair of lustres Tim and David bid on. They mean a lot to Penny as they remind her of her late son. But with so many, she might be willing to part with these.
It's just escalated, and it's got a bit out of control, really, so I could afford to lose a few.
I would like to buy those. They're in nice condition and they would be easy to sell.
I liked those. Have a get them.
So, and there's something that you want to sell?
I could at the right price.
Well,
Right.
shall I go first?
Go on. Go on, Tim.
£220.
OK.
Yes, well, you've outclassed me, Tim. My bid is 142.
Ooh, long way away. Right, I'm going to have a peek at this. OK.
Tim's offer falls short of the independent valuation. Can he do any better?
Would you be prepared to go up a little bit more? Just a tad?
Are you rebidding, David?
Yes, I am.
Right.
OK.
230.
Tim?
235.
240.
245.
I've stopped.
We've got a deal. Lovely.
Deal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Selling the lustres is quite painful, and for David to offer me 142 for the Waterford lustres was quite frankly insulting.
I made a speculative bid in the first place, but then looking at them on the table in front of me, they were beautiful. Maybe another tenner, maybe Tim would have dropped out, but he's such a strong buyer, and once he gets things between his teeth, he doesn't seem to want to let go, does he?
Luckily, David managed to redeem himself by buying another pair of 19th century Opal lustres for £185. And Penny also sold this reproduction mahogany bevelled mirror to Alison for £350. And David went head-to-head over the long case clock.
Don't want to part with it?
No, I really
Not
don't
for
want-
700 lovely pounds, Penny.
No,
Not
it's
for
tempting.
£750.
No, not for £750.
What about 770?
No, not 770.
800.
Sorry, David, no.
But on this occasion, it was too precious for Penny to part with it. And Alison dug deep into her pockets to try and buy the diamond ring.
£2,000.
Thank you, but no thank you.
A woman that can't be bought.
But even at a whopping £2,000, the answer was still no. Finally, it's the 14-carat gold diamond opal pendant. This could be a chance for Alison to get her revenge on Tim.
Would like to buy that, but she is very, very strong on the jewellery.
It's modern, it's a fabulous design, a natural opal, and I'd really like it.
With regard to the necklace, the dealers would really have to go some to make me part with that. We'll have to see what they have to say.
What can you tell us about it?
I've got a Russian friend who lives in America, and he made it for me as part of a set.
The fact that you've said it's been made specially for you, that brings in one word, bespoke.
Bespoke.
Bespoke. It's a big word in our trade because it's what everyone wants, something that's individual, just for them, and they're not going to see it on anyone else. What about you, Tim?
I love it.
Let's see how much you loved it, did we?
Right, go on then, off you go.
My offer is £650.
My offer is £510.
Beaten by the girls again, Timmy.
Not so fast, Alison. What will the independent valuer say?
OK.
Alison's offer is a strong one, but Penny knows that both dealers want to take her necklace home with them.
Tim, you can't be tempted to go any higher?
Could be. £670.
700.
£720, Penny.
Yes, behind that smile and your winsome air, there's a hard heart.
Just cut to the
So,
chase.
£750.
I'll match it.
I don't think, Penny, I shall let Mr. Hogarth defeat me out. My offer for this piece is £775.
£780, Penny.
£800 is my offer.
This pains me greatly, Penny. But that's it for me.
Absolutely sure?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
You can't be pushed a bit more?
Get your metal out, boy. Are you a man or a mouse?
805.
It is! Oh, that's if you want to take it, Penny. Please. Oh, Gucci goo.
I actually thought that she'd go 810, but she dropped it on my toes at 8.5. But I might sell it.
I stitched him up, but that's what you get for being a cheeky dealer.
Well, Alison pulled the wool over Tim's eyes on that one, but never mind, it's a fantastic result for Penny. The dealers bid over £13,000 on the items in Penny's house. But just how much of that has she managed to sell?
For all the things you've sold today, here is £5,403. Don't drop the 3.
I'm absolutely speechless. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Big Pockets.
Yes.
Thank you all. It's been amazing. I've had a wonderful time. Thank you.
Coming up, in a house crammed full of quality antiques,
I like this.
find out why this ring gets the dealers reaching for their checkbooks.
I like that very, very much, and I would like to buy that.
I love it, but that's going to be a battle act.
And the dealers come face to face with one of their toughest customers.
1,200.
I wouldn't part with it for that.
Having spent £5,000 in their first house, the dealers are now about to enter this smart Georgian townhouse belonging to Craig. It's stylishly furnished with loads of pucker antiques he's bought from online auctions, but he now needs to free up space.
I've just built up so many antiques that every time I buy something, it kind of moves up a floor in the house. I've completely run out of space, so it'd be great to just create a bit more space and have a bit more of a sort of nice, relaxed atmosphere rather than clutter.
Well, let's hope the dealers can help him out, as there is lots of quality stuff here, including an imposing bronze bust of Edward VII and a small but exquisite 22-carat golden mourning ring. Just the things to appeal to dealers David, Alison and Tim. So far, the rivalry between jewellery experts Alison and Tim has caused sparks to fly. And I don't think we've seen the last of it yet.
It's nice.
Nice house.
I like this. Very bijou.
Bedrooms, so let's check this out. A lovely bathroom.
Tim's the first to spot Craig's bronze bust.
Oh, this is King Edward VII.
And Tim knows all about him.
He was quite a ladies' man. 1901 to 1910, and it says Sydney Mac 1901. So this is obviously done for the coronation. And of course, the coronation of Edward VII was cancelled, and it was made a year later because he had an appendicitis. And sometimes you get on the back of commemorative china, coronation cancelled due to appendicitis, which makes it a little bit rarer. That doesn't have it on, but I quite like that.
But I don't think you're going to get it cheap, Tim.
How would you price a bronze of Edward VII?
Meanwhile, up in Craig's bathroom, Alison has discovered a rather fine pair of silver candlesticks.
Engraved, J. Holder, 1926. They're in reasonable nick. So she did it in the bathroom with the candlestick. Right, so I'm going to leave a bid for those. They're worth a little punt.
While David and Tim seem to want to buy lots of Craig's antiques, Alison is struggling to find anything she likes. Meanwhile, Tim is brimming with confidence and has found the only thing Alison has bid on so far, the candlesticks.
Spare candlesticks like that worth. You breathe on them and then you can see if they've had any repairs or anything, because in candlesticks like this, they tend to have been broken or over-polished. Mappin and Webb, very good maker. Give her a bit of trouble. Again.
In the living room, David's found an unusual piece of Victorian furniture, which is in good original condition.
This is a Canterbury, which is really a magazine rack. A little bit of difference, a little bit of charm about it. And it's got a little bit of age. I mean, on this occasion, it is a Victorian one.
In the bedroom, Tim is the first to spot Craig's mourning ring.
Now, Alison, I know we have a bicker every now and again, but look at this beautiful ring. 1873, 22-carat mourning ring.
This is just lovely.
The Victorians loved mourning jewellery, obviously popularised by Queen Victoria. When Prince Albert died, that was it. There was a huge thing because she went into mourning and stayed in mourning for the rest of her life.
The expectations on ordinary people weren't so great, but strict Victorian social etiquette meant that black clothing and jewellery had to be worn for 2 years after the loss of a spouse.
I like this very much. Right up our street, isn't it?
Much as well.
Right up our street, fully hallmarked.
That is for the ring, Alison, when you finish.
Cool. Do we have any idea of how much it weighs?
It's not relevant. It's not all about the weight. Oh,
I'm not saying it's about the weight. I don't want to underdo it. It's lovely.
This ring could lead to another fight between Tim and Alison. And there could be a war brewing for the silver candlesticks as well.
Everybody's made a bid. I like those. Let's compete.
With only 10 minutes left, the pressure is on, and Alison is at last beginning to find a few things that she likes.
That's quite nice. Music Canterbury, so that is where they would have put all their sheet music.
That's 2 bids now on the Canterbury.
Smashing bust by Elkington.
And David has taken a shine to the bronze bust of Edward VII. Tim has already bid on.
Nice thing. Be brave, David.
But hot on David's tail is an invigorated Alison.
You both like this, then?
Be nice if it was an old one.
What's that, David? Are you trying to mislead Alison?
I don't know what it's worth, but it's worth a go. They all like it.
Well, we'll find out what she bids soon enough. But before that, there's just time for Tim to cause a little trouble on the Canterbury.
you just caused a bit of mayhem.
And that's it, time's up. Coming up, David nearly breaks the bank.
1,200.
And find out just how much of their own cash the dealers end up splashing out.
Right.
Wow.
The secret dealers want to buy the antiques in Craig's house.
I was really very excited. Lots of nice things that I like, that I have clients for. Be brave, David.
David is probably the dark horse in this house, the one to watch. How would you price the bronze of Edward VII?
But Tim's biggest challenge could be Alison.
I like this very much. Right up our street, isn't it?
Much.
I always fancy my chances against anyone.
And with the dealers this bullish, Craig could see some serious cash offers.
I mean, I come here to buy, and I want to spend money.
To help Craig get a fair price, he's got the expert knowledge of the independent valuer and also the support of longtime friend Joe.
Craig invited me along today because he thinks I'm kind of the more level-headed of the two and can keep an eye on him.
Hello.
Oh, it's my 3 favourite dealers.
Hello. But I'm the most favourite.
No, you're the meanest.
You were expecting that. This is what we have collectively bid on all the items. I'm going to give that to you, Craig.
All right, £6,067.
Wow. That's Mr. Ford, I'm sure, big spender.
Well, let's find out who's been splashing the cash and whether Craig can pump them for any more. First up, it's the Canterbury, which originally would have been used to hold sheet music. All 3 dealers have left a bid on it.
I think they're very functional and nice bits of furniture, and that's a pretty one.
Tell me about the Canterbury.
I wanted to buy furniture that sort of matched the age of the house, but as I understand it, this sort of furniture is going up in value now.
And do you like this Canterbury?
I love it, actually. It's great for putting my books in by the side of my sofa. I think it's probably about 200 years old, isn't it? About 1810, do you think?
No, I think
Bit
it's
later.
a little later.
Bit later.
1865, 1870.
Really? As late as that?
Yes, third quarter.
It would be 1860.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
So, can we get down to business?
Shall I start?
You
God.
140.
I think that's very low.
Fair enough.
260.
Also low, I think. I'm trying to remember what I paid for it.
230 with the books.
You can't take the books.
With the book. That's canny, isn't it?
So I'll leave it to you two chaps to fight over it.
Okay.
I think perhaps I should look at the independent
Yeah,
valuation.
get
at
some
this
judgment,
point.
get some advice.
Yeah,
yes.
it's quite a bit higher than what you two were suggesting, £300 to £500.
Craig has chosen to show the dealers that David's top bid of £260 is a good way below the independent valuation of £300 to £500, but can he squeeze them for any more money?
I think £400 is a good price for that.
Tim, do you want to go up?
We'll go to 270.
Consider the independent valuers. What, he
I'm
said
not entirely
300 to
confident.
500.
280 I'll give you.
I'll take 360.
I'm out.
I will give you the bottom of that estimate, £300.
How about 350?
No. £300. That's it.
305.
You minx.
I can do that.
Any advances on £305?
I think David Ford's just bought himself a Canterbury.
305 is the highest I'm going to get. I think I'm going to take your offer. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
Craig, thank you. So for an extra £5, I got that lovely walnut Canterbury, and I'm absolutely thrilled.
Next up, it's those silver candlesticks in the bathroom. There's some slight damage on one of them, which so far only Alison has spotted. But how much will it affect the bids?
I hope I get them, but I'm up against the silver buyer, Tim, so who knows?
Good decorative item, cleaned up, yeah. There should be a profit in them if I buy them. Are they a recent purchase, Craig?
I bought these about 5 years ago, and I thought for silver they were a good buy then.
Silver was cheap 5 years ago.
Silver was a lot cheaper 5 years ago.
cheap.
Dirt cheap.
So, gentlemen,
Well, I'll open mine first, shall I? Come on, I'll be bold. 195 for the pair.
My bid is £168.
Okay.
and mine is 100 because they are split.
I think the damage is minimal.
Well, eagle-eyed Alison's out, and I'll leave it to you gentlemen, who are obviously very keen on them.
Craig, I'll stay with my bid, because I always think once somebody's opened their mouth and made a bid, they should stick with it.
Yeah?
Had I seen the split, it would not have been as much as this.
Yes. Well, I'll have a look at the independent
Yeah.
valuation.
Okay.
That changes
Wow.
my perspective
I think it should
slightly.
do, absolutely.
David's offer is just below the independent valuation. But will he go any higher, knowing about the damage?
Yeah, it's quite a bit higher than you guys have been offering.
Did he
I
see the
disagree with
split?
that. I would say that you've got a super offer from David for those candlesticks, and you're not going to better that anywhere else. So my advice to you is take the money.
Yes, I'd be happy to.
So we'll shake hands again?
Yes.
How nice.
Thank you, David.
All right, thank you,
Thank you.
Craig. Thank you.
Gosh, David, you're on a roll.
Oh, absolutely. That was the bid, 195, so I held to it, and I bought them. I hope I can get out of trouble.
I think Craig won there considerably.
I think I bought them for about £75, so I was quite amused by the fact that David didn't notice the damage. I had already spotted that, and evidently so had Alison, but thankfully he hadn't, and he stuck with his offer.
There's no doubting the provenance or the quality of this hefty bronze bust of King Edward. All three dealers have bid on it, although Alison was hoodwinked by David into believing it was a reproduction.
I was a bit naughty with Alison because I told her that that bust was reproduction, and I think she believed me, and I was only teasing.
My expectations are perhaps in the mid-range of between £2,000 and £5,000.
Tell us about it. How did you come by it? What made you fall in love with it?
Well, I bought this bust of Edward VII on an online auction. It's by Elkerton and Company.
Yeah.
And it's been sculpted by Sydney Marsh. So I think it's a very good bronze, actually.
Are you keen to sell it if you got a good price?
I would sell it for the right price, but I wouldn't sort of sell it for peanuts.
OK.
Mr. Ford, in his great wisdom, gave me some advice and told me it was a reproduction. I'm ashamed of my bid. Please forgive me, £120.
That is very low.
My bid is on the premise that it's not a reproduction.
Yeah.
It's £505.
That's very low.
My bid is 600.
Yeah, that's also very low. I wouldn't part with it for that.
Well, then, I've got to say, I will buy out.
So you've got the independent valuer's ticket there. Can you just tell us what he valued it at, Craig?
The independent valuer valued it at £800 to £1,200.
The dealer's offers are woefully low, but Craig has high hopes for this piece.
Another one of the casting went for £5,000 at a Christie sale.
Right, come on then, David, let's go now.
But that one had come from the home of the Duke of Gloucester and therefore had great provenance as well as royal association. So how far can the dealers be tempted to go?
£650, Craig.
680.
Nowhere near. I probably paid too much for it, but I paid a lot more.
I tell you what, Craig. How about 750?
No, it doesn't appeal.
780.
No.
Would £1,000 buy it?
No.
1,200.
Well, that's quite a bit up from where you were before.
I've now stopped.
He gets overwhelmed sometimes.
David's offer is now right at the top end of the independent valuation. But would Craig be tempted?
I'd probably let it go lowest 1,400.
Near, David. You are near.
No, I'm not. 1,200, I think, is a strong, good bid to give me a chance.
I've already sworn to myself I wouldn't let it go for less than 1,400, so...
Well, we're not going to have a deal. Close.
But thank you, yeah, it
not
was
close enough.
I think it was a very strong bid from David. Very strong.
Craig, the seller, was perhaps being a little bit optimistic.
I don't think you were going to sell that anyway. I think you're quite attached to it.
Well, you're right, Joe, I am attached to it, but I would have sold if it was the right offer. I just didn't think it was high enough.
Although David couldn't tempt Craig to part with his bust, he did manage to buy a Victorian tapestry 5-screen for £140 and a pair of Royal Worcester bookends for £85. And Tim outbid Alison to buy a garnet and pearl brooch for £130. But finally, it's the piece of jewellery Tim and Alison are really fighting for. A stunning 22-carat gold mourning ring.
Nice thing, nice day, crisp, clean, and I would like to buy that.
I love it, but that's going to be a battle act. I say, Tim Hogarth, bring it on. The mourning ring. I love it. I want to know how you came by it.
A dealer friend of mine had a bunch of rings, and I tried this one on, and I thought it was just amazing. I think the workmanship that's gone into it is spectacular.
So
what's it worth?
Well, to me, Craig, £300.
Okay, right.
To me, Craig, £240.
Yes. OK, well, I think I'll have a look at what the independent valuer said. Interesting. He said it's worth £250 to £350.
Alison's bid is right on the money, but is it enough for Craig to part with it?
Well, what do you think, Joe?
Oh, it'll be sad to part with it, really.
Yeah, it is a favourite thing of mine.
Yeah.
I do like to wear it, actually. But having said that, I think what you've offered is quite fair.
Thank you.
And I know that you love it.
Just before you agree on that deal, I'm sorry, Alison, but I like it too. And I will offer you £320 for your mourning ring. Don't look at me like that, Alison.
Well, Craig, my offer is £321.
That's not much of an advance, is it? Would you consider going up further, Alison?
Well, Tim, you want to exceed my bid of a 321? You sure? You're more than welcome to.
No, that's 320 was my cut-off point for it.
I was there with my bid of 300. I expected to be at the winning post.
Yes.
Rather than straggling behind.
OK, in which case, I think that the offer you've made is fair, and I will accept it. Thank you, Alison.
Craig.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Tim. He has been really pushing it, hasn't he, today? And when I've left my bid of £300, that was to buy.
And I upped my bid to £320 because I knew that she would outbid me, and I just thought, right, you're having that ring, Alison. She does it to me all the time, so it's just fair game.
I was pleased Alison got it because I think she's the one that really liked it, and I wanted it to go to a good home.
With all the deals done and dusted, it's time to find out just how much Craig is going to be pocketing today.
Well, Craig, you fought long and hard with us today, and reluctantly, I have to give you £2,962.
Great!
Wow!
Excellent.
Yeah.
I shall put it to good use.
Buy
Probably buy more
antiques.
antiques.
The dealers have had a busy day trying to outdo each other in 2 quality stuffed houses, and they've had mixed fortunes with some of the items they've bought. Alison got one over on Tim in the Battle of the Pendant.
It's gonna be a long time in his window.
And Alison's prediction has come true. He still hasn't sold it.
She's a little minx, is that Alison Chapman, but I might sell it.
David bit the bullet with his bid for the damaged candlesticks.
But having made an offer, I don't renege on it.
And although he did the gentlemanly thing, it didn't pay off, and he sold them for a loss. Tim tried to get his own back on Alison when he made her increase her bid on the mourning ring.
And I just wanted her to pay through the nose for it.
But she had the last laugh, selling it for £440.
But that's what you get for being a cheeky dealer.